you're going to take your game to the next level. And that's what it's all about. You know, not just with your own instructor, but getting tips from other people that have been in the game and know it works. I'm not going to show you guys something that looks cool, and it's just, man, that Kyle showed some cool stuff, but it never works. I'd rather show you some things that work, so you add to your game and go, man, I'm really glad years ago this guy showed me blah, 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 blah. That's what I want. Cool? Coach, who do you want me to use?
Use that guy.
He's our assistant residential uke.
He's a great uke.
He's about to be promoted to main uke.
I'm going to tell you it's a piece of crap, I'll tell you that.
He doesn't feel pain either, so you really got to slap those.
So, the first thing I want to show is knee to neck. No. So, we're going to go over first the basic Kimura. The Kimura. But it's very important. Who does not even know what I'm talking about right now? You're like, Kimura, what the... Who knows what I'm talking about? Kimura lockdown with arms. You can find it all over the place. You can find it all over the place. Even, you guys, if you guys watch a couple of my fights, or one of them, I was side controlled and I just got that figure 4 Kimura lockdown just to use it enough to create some quick space just to escape. So I'm just being straight up. The Kimura lockdown is very important, especially if you're a smaller, newer, lighter, weaker individual training in Jiu Jitsu. My guard real fast. The Kimura is mostly taught right here in guard. This is where you first learn. You learn to open the guard, and then you learn to take both arms to one side, come up, and you'll find the wrist. You'll find the wrist. You'll come over the arm, snake it under, and you grab your own wrist. Then you're lay down, boom, you'll get your angle, and you're gonna have the Kimura right here. I'm not going over this right now. Okay, but I want you to see the lockdown here. Hand on the wrist is gripped. Hand on my wrist, gripped. And I say grip because it's very important. I see so many people get here and they're barely even like doing anything here. You need to grip and ride the dirt bike. Like he just flinched a little bit, right, brother? Just because he felt right when this is just the wrist, not arm or me moving. I'm just gonna go like this, and he feels it tightening up. I know it does. It completely changes it. Just because I rode the dirt bike right here, dirt bike, and it tightens up. And I haven't even turned yet, I haven't pushed yet, I haven't done any of this yet. So you learn these basic mechanics first so that when you get this lockdown grip, okay, I need to be on my wrist strong, okay, elbows in, because I know when my elbows are in, that contracts my core, the strongest part of my body. Why would I ever want to use just arms up here to be weak? Whenever we bring our elbows in, which is what we do in Jiu Jitsu, basically in everything, we bring our elbows in tight, and that's where it's tight right here. He feels it really tight. Move your arm around, brother. Move your hips around a little bit. He's completely stuck. And just so you guys know, all I have to do is turn. And I say turn my body because look, as I turn my body, it's my body that's just tapping. So people get here and they're like, nah, dude, I'm gonna keep it tight to my body, move around, brother, and I'm just gonna turn my body, boom. So I just wanna make that very clear before we start. You're finding the wrist. Now Gracie's, the original Gracie's, I started with hoist before I went somewhere else, because I moved. They actually teach gripping like this, and they'll still live to that to this day. Over years, people started doing monkey grips more. Whatever you choose, you do. Whatever you choose, you do. I've seen the best of the best. The Gracie family say, but both Hoist and Helson say to my face, no, Kyle, we go like this. But I was taught this from many other people. Whatever you prefer. Cool, I'll lay down, brother. So now let's get into something. Okay, so you can get the Kimura from side control, north, south, mount. I'm just gonna show you from right here right now. Okay, so however you're setting it up, okay, you're gonna be pushing a hand to the ground, okay? So maybe like he was up here and then it goes to, I wanna get my whole body, find it to the ground, pin it to the ground. When I get it to the ground, now I know he has a whole nother, he's the world that he's working against. So it's not just up here, we're playing this game up here. I wanna pin it and get my weight behind it. Even if I'm lighter, my weight's in. Now notice how I'm not like way up here. I still want to kill his body because as Philip was actually teaching with the kids today, he's like, control is more than anything. You know what sucks? Having a great position and going for a submission and losing it. Losing the position, that sucks. Keep the position first, so I'm still heavy, keeping his chest down, pinning him down, and I'm finding that arm. Now look how I'm using my elbow right now to like find his hip and just like keep framing this up because I don't want to play this muscle game. I want my elbows in, I know I'm strong. Now we snake it under. And this snake will always be able to find under, just so you know. And I get here. What happens is people get here and they start going, ugh. Now I want to bring it in, and we want to get them up on the side. So this is where we're gonna start from today. We're not gonna be practicing all this stuff I just showed here because I truly believe eventually you're gonna get that if you haven't already. What I wanna start showing is the end game right here. So now I'm gonna turn, and what I find at a high level, because a lot of my game will be guillotine to Kimura, guillotine Kimura. If I attack their neck, their arm's exposed. If I go through their arm, the neck's exposed. I like going for things, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna catch something. Attack the neck, all of a sudden you're using the arms to try to get rid of it, and then the arm's exposed, and they're protecting their arm and trying to get that. We want to go for something knowing something else is going to be exposed. So I'm showing you this is because as I'm a black belt now. Getting my second degree from professor while I'm on this tour. I'll tell you a little about that in a second. So I've been 6 years a black belt, and when you're a black belt, you got bullseye on you because you better not just know how to teach, you better be able to like show it. You're showing up to other gyms and teaching and training with other black belts and stuff. Okay? So that's why I love you're a black belt. You guys show up. They show up to places. They grapple. They go one-on-one. They put themselves out there. That's a black belt. We're not gonna be some fake black belts like you don't roll with anybody. You guys know what I'm talking about. If we're gonna be, you know what I'm saying. So as I go up this ladder and go with more and more black belts, the guillotine's not there because they're smart. I'm catching it, so I start catching arms. But what sucks is this. No matter where you're getting this Kimura from, what they'll do is they'll grab their own, not just belt, but they'll grab their own gi most of the time or something. Anybody ever have that happen? And then you find this fight, you're like, duh. And it's like, man, I know I have the lockdown. I know I have the, that's why he's protecting. If it's checkmate, this is check, right? I'm so close to the submission checkmate. Man, I know I have complete control here. And right now, guys, I'm being like nice to him so he can breathe and stuff, but I'd be pinching my knees. I'd be like sitting on his bicep, right? Like we'd be a lot meaner here. But I want to show the point here of what I'm trying to make. Well, I'm not going to fight against his body, fight against his grip. What you're going to first do here before I start like making it more advanced is I just want you to see this. You're going to get right here. You're going to put your elbows in tight so you have the strong core and grip, and instead of going this way, you're gonna go the opposite way. And that's what rips. And then you finish. And I'll do this like if you watch some of my tournaments and stuff recently, because I fought MMA, fought Muay Thai, did all these things, but now I'm just kind of going with the MMA stuff, right? I have my own gyms now. I'm a full-time ministry, serving Jesus Christ. And I just don't want to fight anymore right now. You know what I'm saying? So Jiu Jitsu has been my thing. So when I'm competing in Jiu Jitsu, you don't want to have to you don't muscle stuff, especially at this level, and you need to have little tricks to get this off. So we're tight here, we're gripped here, boom, we're in tight, and you're not going like this anymore because you guys are going to find this all the time, and the person on the bottom is going to do this to defend, and you're not going to be like, duh, that tells me you don't know Jiu Jitsu. What you're going to do is here, and you're going to go the opposite way, and then boom. And the reason I was telling you that whole story about like, I'll just do Jiu Jitsu now and I don't know MMA anymore, is because this is what you'll see in the Jiu Jitsu tournaments that I've been in recently. I'm here, and I'll go here, rip, and I'll just they'll already be tapping. Because you have to understand, this is so quick. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm in here with training partners, this is important because you guys are going to start learning this trick and you're going to see how fast it goes. Boom, boom, and it's like, oh, dude, if you don't have control, you're going to rip your partner's shoulder off. Think about it. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm just showing you this because I'm going to be added on today. Okay? This can be from here. This can be from here. This can be from here. It can be from here. You guys understand? I just personally like right here because I like to see the legs. I like to see the arm. Makes sense? I like to take away your spine. Especially that's why I like guillotine so much. When you take away the spine. Come on, man. How weak are people with their spine? I mean, they're controlling their chin, their head, and their spine. They can't move as much, not as strong. So you're here, you're with your partner right here. Don't be like, focus on everything I just showed you. What was the first thing I showed you? All right, find the wrist. All right, find the wrist. He said I can choose between a grip like this or a monkey grip. Okay. C grip or monkey grip. Okay, I got that. Strong. Snake it through. All right, grab my other wrist. Hey, what do you say? Oh, you ride the dirt bike. Hey, partner, did it tighten it up when I did that? I want to go this way naturally, but he's holding on to that, so what are we learning today? I'm going to go the opposite way. Hold on a little bit, buddy. just try this out with your partner too. I'm being nice, but in a black belt mat, I'm gonna take this elbow and drive it right into his elbow. How's that feel? I'm being light, going 10%. How's that feel? And I'm not even leaning on him yet. Just say, when you feel it, okay? Okay. Greg paid me 10 extra bucks to do that. Thank you, brother. So I'm here, tight, elbows in tight. Okay, strong grip. Move around, partner. I just, I do have control here. Okay. All right, now he's at grip. And then slowly turn my body. Go slow on that part, okay? So we're gonna start with that. And if you wanna say, hey buddy, I'm about to do the elbow thing, just tell me how it feels. How's that? Cool. Especially you guys with the smaller frames, you feel weaker. No, don't think that's mean. It's not mean at all. You're going with other people and you're trying to get that arm and you're right there from the submission. You put a little elbow in there, it's really annoying, especially the most pointiest one. It's the smaller people in here, you have the pointiest bone. And your limbs are like swords. Like you guys can slide in easier under people's necks. Make that very clear. Look at the good things about your framing. You have blades, man. You have these blades to cut people's neck, cut through things. Sharp elbows, okay? So you can get with a partner. I just want to do this for like 2 minutes each. Can you get okay? And I'm gonna start showing a lot of cool stuff off of this. Okay, just this position alone. Okay? It's hard to choose what I want when I go to different things. Like last week I taught somewhere else, and the week before that I taught somewhere else. It's like, man, what do I want to show these guys? I was like, all right, I think this is what I'm gonna show. Cool? 1, 2, 3. Oh. Get a partner, let's go like 2 minutes each. I'll say switch. So one person's going until I say switch.
Your poster side,